Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue our chapter Adverb. Well, this is part 6. Till part 5, we have already done in our earlier session. So, in this session, we are revising Adverb with some additional points. In fact, we have been revising adverbs in all these sessions. So, in this session, we will discuss adverb of quantity and adverb of frequency. Well, these two are another very important adverbs and another very important simple adverbs, in fact. In our earlier session, we have already done adverb of place and adverb of time. Well, we have already discussed adverb of manner as well. And we have discussed the position of all those adverbs in a sentence. Now, in this session, we are not only going to revise adverb of quantity and adverb of frequency, well, we are also going to learn another third thing, that is position of these adverbs. So we are going to discuss position of these adverbs as well in this session. So let's begin the session. Now first we'll discuss about adverb of quantity. Now if I use a word, if I'm saying a word quantity, that for sure means something which is in relation or in related with some amount or in some number. It means I'm talking about something which is how much. So adverbs of quantity, sometimes referred to as adverbs of degree, it means adverb of quantity can be called adverb of degree as well. Answer the question of how much. It means if something is telling us how much that particular thing is or how much work has been done, that means we are talking about adverb of quantity. Now, if I say a word quantity, it can be an adjective as well. Now, if I'm saying for some noun, we know well that adjective qualifies a noun. For example, if I say, suppose I'm selling this pen and I ask you, and you ask me that how much this pen is. It means how much. So it means you're talking about money. How much this cost to. Now, or how much does this cost? So I can say any amount. Now, but that is an adjective because we are talking about money or cost, because that is qualifying a noun. That is why that quantity or that word which is telling us the quantity of that particular thing, that is an adjective. But if we are talking about amount of work or the quantity of work done, as you must have heard a chapter that is in mathematics, that is time and work. So if you have seen questions of that particular topic, it is somewhere like A has done one piece of work or A has done 12 pieces of work. Now in this we have 12 pieces of work, 2 pieces of work, 1 piece of work. It means we are talking about the quantity of that particular work that has been done. So that amount refers to adverb of quantity. It means if there is a verb and if there is a word which is telling us about the quantity of that particular action, that means that is adverb of quantity. Now, as I told you before as well, that in case of simple adverb, we have adverb of manner, we can have adverb of place, we can have adverb of time, we can have adverb of quantity and frequency and affirmation and negation as well. So what we do in case of simple adverbs where we have manner, place, time, frequency and quantity, generally what happens in case of MPT, it qualifies only verb, that is action. But in case of frequency and quantity, they modify verb, an adjective and an adverb as well. So here in this case, what happens, the adverb, the definition of adverb is completely fine. That is, it can qualify a verb, an adjective and an adverb or other adverbs as well. So, or to what extent? So, to what extent may be possible that if I say that she is very intelligent, so she is intelligent to what extent? That she is very intelligent. So, this very is actually describing the word intelligent, which is an adjective. That is why this adverb of quantity can qualify an adjective as well. Now, these adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Or other adverbs. Well, I would write and in place of or, just because we are not taking these words in options. In fact, all these together can be qualified by adverb of quantity to indicate the intensity, concentration, or degree of a particular action, quality, or another adverbial element. So, in case of adverb of quantity, it can qualify whether it is a verb, it is an adjective, or other adverb. But in case of manner, place, time, they generally qualify verb only in a sentence. Now, in case of frequency as well, it can modify all these three things, that is adverb of, well, uh, for frequency we'll discuss later on. Basically, frequency also can qualify the verb part only. Well, this frequency also comes in this part, that is, it also describes verb part only. There is actually quantity only which can qualify verb, adjective, and adverb, but frequency sometimes, when, where, that we'll discuss later on. Now let us move to the next one. Adverb of quantity. Now let us see some examples. The movie was quite interesting. So interesting is an adjective because it is telling us the quality of this movie, that the movie was interesting and it was quite interesting. Quite interesting means yes, it is interesting, of course. So this is an adverb which is qualifying an adjective. So this is an adverb of quantity. He has almost finished his homework. So almost finished, it means up to the maximum part. So almost can be the quantity and finished is verb. Now, one very important thing comes over here. Whenever we have adverb of quantity, if we talk about position of adverb of quantity, it generally comes near to that particular word to which it is qualifying, that we have already read in our earlier session as well, that whenever we have adverb of quantity, it generally comes or placed after the word, near the word it qualifies. Near the word means it can be before as well as after that particular word which it is qualifying. Let's say there is an adverb and it is qualifying an adjective, or it is qualifying a verb, or it is qualifying another adverb. So what will happen? The position of this adverb will be near to this adjective, near to this verb, whether before or whether after, whether before or after, whether before or after, according to the context of the sentence. Now you can see over here in these two sentences that interesting is an adjective and quite is adverb which is qualifying this interesting word or this adjective, and it is coming before this particular adjective. And if we see the second sentence, finished is a verb and almost is quantity adverb which is coming before it. So it is just nearby to that particular word which it is qualifying. Now let us move. Now, adverb of quantity. Now, what happens when we read adverb of manner, place, time? They will not just come after the verb. If there is an object, they will come after that particular object, though they are qualifying the verb. But they will be far from that particular verb if there is an object in between. But in this case, it will be near to that particular word which it is qualifying. If there is verb and object as well, it will come after the verb only and not after the object. Therefore, this is very important and a different characteristic of adverb of quantity as compared to those with adverb of adverb of time, manner, or place. Now, adverbs of quantity or degree can be placed before the adjective, adverb, or verb they are modifying. Let us take some examples. It is bad too. This is incorrect. Now, bad is an adjective. So the correct sentence will be, it is too bad. Now, too bad means it is very much bad. Now, too shows the extremeness of something. It means it is very, very, very bad, or it is extremely bad. So, if we are stretching, if we are emphasizing that it is too bad, it means it is more than anything. Or basically, where we used to show the extremeness, and we know well that extremeness is not good at all. Whether it is good, it is good in extremeness, it is bad in extremeness. But anything which is in extreme is not always good. Now, it is very difficult. Again, if difficult is an adjective, so in the third sentence, we can see it is written, it is very difficult. Difficult is an adjective and very is an adverb, which is qualifying this adjective difficult. So this very is an adverb of quantity, which is qualifying this adjective. Now let us move forward. She's enough kind. Now this word enough that we'll learn separately. For here, for the time being, we can just say that the sentence is incorrect and it will be she is kind enough. So the last sentence is correct. She is quite right. So right is an adjective and quite is an adverb which is coming before it. For enough, that we will discuss later on. This is a separate word that we will discuss later on. Now, adverb enough. Now, this is very important adverb of quantity. What is the use of this word enough? What is the position of this word enough in a sentence? Let us discuss this in detail. Suppose we have a word enough. Enough means sufficient, adequate of something. If something is sufficient, that means we are saying that it is enough. Now, enough can be two parts of a speech or can be used in two parts of a speech. What are the two parts of speeches? One is adjective and another is adverb. So enough can be an adjective as well as an adverb. Now, if it is an adjective, obviously it will qualify a noun or a pronoun. As we know well that an adjective qualifies a noun and a pronoun. So it is pronoun. Okay. Now let us write this as like this. Now, if it is an adjective, it can qualify a noun or a pronoun. And if it is an adverb, obviously, because this is an adverb of quantity, it will or it can qualify a verb, an adjective, or an adverb as well. So, it can be any of these part of a speech. It can be either an adjective or an adverb. If it is qualifying an adjective, if it is qualifying a noun or a pronoun, obviously it will be an adjective. And if it is qualifying a verb, an adjective or an adverb, it is an adverb. Simple. So first thing, that enough means sufficient, and it can be any part of a speech, whether it can be an adjective or it can be an adverb. So sufficient. The meaning of adverb is sufficient. This is the first thing about adverb. About the word enough. The second thing, it is either an adjective or an adverb. So this is another thing. Now, how to recognize if it is qualifying a noun or a pronoun, it is an adjective. And if it is qualifying a verb, an adjective or adverb, it will be an adverb. That's it. Now, let us discuss another thing now, which is again very important. About the position of this word enough. What happens if it qualifies either a noun or pronoun? That means if it is behaving like an adjective, what happens? It will come, it is placed prior to the noun. Prior to the noun. To noun. Or we can say to the word which it is qualifying. To the word which it is qualifying. This is very, very important. That means before a noun, qualifying. That is before noun. Simple. We'll see examples as well. Let's wait for some time. But if it is behaving like an adverb and it qualifies either a verb or an adjective or an adverb, what happens? It means if it qualifies any of these, verb, adjective, or adverb, what happens? It is placed after the word it is qualifying or modifying. Now, can you see the difference? What is the difference over here? That is, if it is an adjective, it will be placed before noun. And if it is an adverb, it will be placed after the verb or the adjective or the adverb. Now, let us take some examples. So, let me take one more page over here. Suppose the sentence is, she has enough money. Enough money. This is the first sentence. Now let us see the second sentence. She has spoken enough. This is another sentence. Third, she is tall enough. This is another sentence. And the fourth sentence is, she runs fast enough. Now, these are different sentences in which we have used the same word, that is enough. Obviously, in all these four sentences, the use of this enough is different. Now, let us see how. In the first sentence, we can see the word enough and it is written before money, and we know well that money is a noun. Which part of speech is money? That is noun. And if enough qualifies a noun, or if a word qualifies a noun, obviously it is an adjective. So this enough is an adjective. In the second sentence, she has spoken. Spoken is a verb. And this enough, because this spoken is a verb and enough is qualifying this spoken, that is verb. So this will be an adverb. So let me divide these sentences. So these are different sentences. In different grids, though, I have written these sentences. Now let us see the third sentence. She is tall enough. We know well that tall is used for she. So tall is an adjective. Tall is an adjective which is telling us the quality of she, that she is tall. And she is tall enough. It means she is tall to the sufficient extent. So this enough is an adverb which is qualifying this adjective. So here this enough is an adverb. In the last sentence, she runs. Now runs is verb. And how does she run? She runs fast. So fast is adverb which is telling us how, or the adverb of manner. And this enough is qualifying this word fast, which is again an adverb. So this enough will be an adverb. Now, in all these four sentences, what we see that in the first sentence, this enough is an adjective. So it is placed before noun. So before noun. In this, after verb. In this, after adjective. And this after adverb. So this is how we use the word enough. If enough qualifies a noun, it is an adjective and it will be placed before that noun. If it is an adverb and it is qualifying a verb, it will be placed after the verb. If it is an adverb and it qualifies an adjective, it will be placed after the adjective. And if it is an adverb and qualifying an adverb, it will be placed after that adverb. So this is how we use the word enough in a sentence. I hope you got all these points. Now let us get back to our slides. The adverb enough signifies a sufficient degree or quantity of something. Its position in a sentence varies depending on what it is modifying. When enough is modifying an adjective or another adverb, it typically follows the word it is modifying. It means it will come after the word it qualifies. However, when it is modifying a noun, it precedes the noun because it is an adjective. So, adjective plus noun and verb plus enough. Then we'll have a structure adjective plus enough. Then we have a structure adverb plus enough. So, this is how we use enough in a sentence. Now, let us see some sentences. Adjective or adverb. She is fast enough to win the race. So fast enough, fast enough. So fast is an adverb. Sorry, fast is an adjective, and enough is adverb. You are not working hard enough. So you are not working hard. Hard is an adverb, and this is enough an adverb. In the next sentence, when enough is used to modify a verb, it generally follows the verb. Again, it is an adverb. He doesn't eat enough. So eat is a verb and enough is an adverb which is placed after the verb. When modifying a noun, enough precedes the noun. That means it will be behaving like an adjective. We have enough food for everyone. So food is a noun before which we have used enough. That is an adjective. Do we have enough chairs? Now here again, chairs are noun and enough is adjective. So this is how we can use the word enough. I hope this is very much clear to you all. Now let us move to the next one. As a part of predicative adjective. Sometimes enough is a part of predicative adjective and it comes after the verb to be. It is this good enough? So is this good? Now basically, your good is an adjective and after that we are having the word enough. Now we'll learn adverb of frequency. So till now we have learned adverb of quantity in which we learned enough. Now there is one more word in adverb of quantity, that is to. Well, that we'll discuss in our later sessions in detail. So here we are going to discuss adverb of frequency now. Now what is frequency? Basically, if an action happens many times or repeatedly, so it will you can say how often it is happening or how often it happens. So that how often will be the frequency. It means adverbs of frequency tell us how often an action occurs. Now again, this verb tells us about verb only. They are often used to indicate routine or repeated activities. Therefore, they are commonly found in descriptions of everyday events. These adverbs can be placed at various points in a sentence. But most typically, they are positioned before the main verb or between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. Now, first of all, frequency refers how many times that action take place. Second thing, frequency. The position of frequency is, suppose the structure of the sentence is somewhere like subject plus helping verb plus main verb plus object. So, the position of this adverb of frequency will be after the helping verb and before the main verb. So it will be positioned or it will be placed somewhere like here. So the correct sequence will be subject plus helping verb plus frequency adverb plus main verb plus object. So this will be the correct and the entire sequence of the sentence. That means frequency basically comes between helping verb and the main verb. Now let us move forward. We have adverb of frequency. Let us see some examples. He frequently visits his grandparents. So frequently visits is verb and frequently is adverb of frequency, which is coming before the main verb. Because it happens frequently, that is why frequently refers to how often. So this is frequency adverb, which is coming prior to the main verb. They often go for a walk in the evenings. So go is verb, main verb, and often is a frequency adverb which is coming prior to the verb. Now, whenever we have scarcely, rarely, hardly, often, never, seldom, always, these are negative words or negative frequency adverbs. Now, what happened? Come after the helping verb but before the main verb. As we know well that if we have adverb of frequency, it will be positioned before the main verb but after the helping verb or the auxiliary verb. So we can say it is placed between the helping verb and the main verb. For example, she listens never to the radio. Now, listens is listens is the main verb, so this never is frequency which will come prior to this particular verb. That is, she never listens to the radio. Suman is right always, so the correct sentence will be Suman is always right. Now let us move forward. Never, always, rarely, generally, often, usually, etc. He comes never late, so never. Now the sentence is also incorrect. The correct will be never does he come late. Now what happened? This will be the sentence. Whenever we have any negative word in the beginning of the sentence, we apply rule of inversion. Now what is this rule of inversion? It means helping verb comes prior to the subject. Now this we have already read in our conjunction chapter and many chapters. Here I will tell you this in short, that whenever we have the words like never, seldom, hardly, scarcely, so, little, does, it means whenever we have any negative word or negative adverb in the beginning of the sentence, that is no sooner. So what we do, we apply the rule of inversion in which helping verbs come prior to the subject. Now here, because the sentence is beginning with the word never, what happens? Yes, of course, if you have to make this sentence correct, what will happen? One word is missing over here, that is he. So the correct sentence will be he never comes late. So this will be the correct sentence. Now, if the sentence begins with never, the rule will be different. But if this is the sentence, he comes never late, so this is incorrect. In fact, the correct sentence will be he never comes late. Now this n will be small. So he will be the first part which is missing from here. Maybe this is a typing error, nothing more than that. I hope you understood all these points. So she was asking always for money. So again, because always is a frequency, it will be placed before the verb asking. So the correct sentence will be she was always asking for money. I often have helped her. So I have often helped her. Adverbs that modify adjectives and adverbs are placed before them. They did very it well. No, they did it very well. It is a long book rather. It is rather a long book. So, because rather is qualifying this, so it will be placed before it. I drive faster rather than I ought to. I drive rather faster than I ought to. So, this will be the correct sentence. Enough as an adverb is used only after adjective or adverb that we have already discussed. It is enough cold today. No, it is cold enough today. This will be the correct sentence. He's enough intelligent to solve it. Now, intelligent is an adjective and enough is adverb. So, this sentence is incorrect. The correct will be he's intelligent enough to solve it. The place is enough good. No, the place is good enough. Only is used before the word it modifies stresses. I could run only one meal. Now, only is used for this one meal. So, only is just stressing on one meal. Now, whenever we have a word only is basically used before that particular word which it is emphasizing. Now, if I say I could run only one meal, it means this only is used for this one meal. That my capacity to run is only this one meal. I cannot run beyond that. Only Ram is able to do this work. It means only is emphasizing to Ram. It means there is only one person, that is Ram, who can do this particular work. No other can do this particular work. Now, if I say only I could run one meal, suppose I write the sentence like only I could run one meal. So here the sentence will be different from this one. Why so? This is another sentence and this is another sentence. Why so? These two sentences are not equal. Why so? Because here I'm using only with I. It means I am only the person who can run one meal. No other person was there who could do the same thing. So merely by placing or by changing the position of only will change the meaning of the entire sentence as well. So the position of only in a sentence is very important. It should be placed before the word it is modifying, or it is stressing, or it is emphasizing. So these are the manner, or these are the cases in which we can use adverb and their positions. I hope you understood them all. Thank you very much.